Hey up guys, Betty's back. Right, today it's a nice easy simple one. It's a butternut squash and spinach dal. There's quite a few ingredients in it, but not too many, so I will show you what we've got and we'll get cracking. Okay, so we have some ghee here. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of ghee. You can use which oil you like, but possibly not olive oil though, vegetable oil or something like that if you wanted to. We have a tin of coconut milk there. We have 2 naan breads that I've shop bought, obviously. 300 mils of vegetable stock, which is 1 stock cube, 300 mils of boiling water. Curry powder. We have 300 grams of butternut squash, which I've cubed. Some cumin. A tablespoon. 2 onions. 3 garlic cloves, a tin of chopped tomatoes. I've only got plum tomatoes, I'll just chop them myself in the machine. 400 gram tin of tomatoes, I've already said that. 80 grams of spinach, which you put in at the end, and 250 grams of red lentils. So that is our little haul. So let's get cracking and get on with it. Okay, so I've just put my pan on, and I'm going to put a teaspoon, sorry, not a tablespoon, approximately a teaspoon of ghee. That's probably a bit more. There we go. Into the pan. I'm just going to let that gently melt. And while we do that, first thing I'm going to do is chop up our onions. So this is how I would do it. It's very rough, like so. I'll just cut that into 4, like so. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So they're roughly cubesque. Shall we say. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, the key to get it so they're all roughly, same with most chopping, get them roughly the same size so they all cook reasonably evenly. Right, so that's melting slowly, so I'm going to pop that in there on a very, very low heat. So I'm now going to, actually, I'm going to think instead of chopping the garlic, I'm going to mince it back in a second. So I've got my garlic press, and I'm going to use that rather than try and just fiddly cut it out. Back of the knife. That's in there. 1 second. I forget my head if it was loose. Forgot to say you need 2 tablespoons of ginger, which I've just realised. So I've just chopped that up. So I'll put my pan back on. I just turned it off for a second. So that needs to go in. At the same time, along with 1 tablespoon of ground cumin. To show that, I need some more of that actually. It's like we're running out of that. And 3 tablespoons of medium curry powder. 1, 2, and 3. And we're I'm going to give this a bit of a mix. 1 second and I'll bring you up. Right, so okay, all we're doing here is just gently sweating these onions and the mix off until the onions are soft. Should take about 5 or 6 minutes, I would say. So I'll come back in a nanosecond for you, 6 minutes for me. Okay, so these have had a good 5 minutes. If you can see properly into there, but they're really starting to soften up and brown up. So basically now it's in with the rest of our ingredients apart from the spinach. So in with our lentils, put them in first, give a little bit of a stir. That's the lentils in with our butternut squash. Lovely. Hopefully this is a veggie sort of dish. This makes a change. I love dal and I haven't had it for a long time. It's a really tasty dish. Cheap. What more could you ask for? Right, in with the stock. 200 ml of vegetable stock. And in with our tomatoes, which were plum tomatoes, and I've just blitzed them gently in the food processor, the mini one. Stir. And then the last liquid is our tin of coconut milk. That's going in here as well. Yummy. This will make about a good 6 portions of dal once it's been cooked. Right, we need a little bit of salt in there. That will do. I'm just going to turn this up a little bit. Obviously it needs it needs to be up a little bit to bring up to temp. So once it's up to temperature, excuse me. Once it's up to temperature, we lid on, cook it over a medium high heat for 30 minutes. So I'll come back in a second when it's starting to come up to temp. Okay, so that is warming up nicely. So lid on, and that's going to cook now for 30 minutes. I will keep an eye on it, maybe halfway through, and give it a stir. But yeah, come back soon. Right guys, so that's had its 30 minutes. I've just turned it off. It's a nice consistency. I've tested one of the bit of butternut squash that's cooked. I think it's caught slightly on the bottom, but obviously we'll just take it from the top and then I'll soak the pan later. But all I'm going to do now is just add my spinach into there and just let it wilt in the residual. It's a really nice, simple, tasty dish. Good for you. Quite reasonable in calories. I think it said it was about 250, 280, something like that. I'm sure it was somewhere around there. There you go, see how quick that spinach just wilts into there. It smells delish. So I'll put my naan bread into the oven for 2-3 minutes with a bit of water, and then it'll be taste testing time. Okay, so I've just sprinkled the naan bread with a little bit of water. I'm putting it in the high sapienti oven, and I'm just going to put that on for, just going to air fry it and stick it on for not very long, to be quite honest. Five minutes, that's gonna, and I'll probably won't even do it for that. So we'll come back in a sec when that's done. So there we have it. I've just pulled the naan bread out of the oven. So it's my spinach and butternut squash lentil dal with, it's a shop bought naan bread, but hey. So without further ado, you know what time it is. It's triple tea time. I've got my spoon. It's taste testing time. Yummy. Looking forward to this. I haven't had this for a long, long time. Nice dal. I used to eat this all the time. It's lovely. Oh yeah. The butternut squash has still got a little bit of texture. It's cooked, but there's still a little bit of texture there. Lentils are cooked through. The mix, the spice mix, beautiful. Still get the onion, little bits of onions in there. The spinach. It tastes absolutely lovely. Just what I need on another horrible day out there and you're feeling like rubbish. Yes, that is lovely. Give it a go. I'm just going to try a little bit of this naan bread dipped in. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Oh yes. Oh man. Man, that's good. That is so good. A little bit of the crunchy on the top, sort of soft in the middle. Naan bread. Okay, it's not as good as the homemade naan breads, but just for quickness and convenience, that is good stuff. I'm just going to get a big scoop of that now, just to finish it off. Oh my days. That is so good. Honestly, so simple. That whole lot's just took me about what? From start to finish, 45 minutes. Doddle to do. Warming, comforting, good fire, tasty, delicious. What more can you ask for? So I would definitely have a go at that one, guys, if you feel like it. I know there's probably going to be some left, but we'll just freeze that for another day when I fancy it. Little dinner time snack. So again, once again, thanks for liking and subscribing. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please consider doing so on all our videos. It really, really helps us. Like I said the other day, I'm closing in on 2,000 subs now, which would be nice if I could get up there. Man's subs is starting to go back up again. We've noticed a little drop off, but I think it's starting to come back a little bit again. So if you could, just press the like button. It really, really, all you've got to do if you're watching it, just press the like button. Give it the thumbs up. It really helps us. And obviously if you haven't subscribed yet to either channel, please consider doing so. That also really helps us. And just keep watching. Any recipe ideas, any comments, anything, any tips, anything like that, just give us a shout. And we'll do our best to get back to you. I try and write down anybody that's asked for a request straight away so I don't forget, because I know what I'm like. So anyhow, I will leave it at that, and I'll catch you guys in a couple of days' time. So bye for now, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.